Hi, Harlem. Harlem, how's it going? How are you doing? Good, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. My name is Dritty Pope. You are listening to The Bar Seminar.
I've been studying bars for years. Call me the bar scholar, soon I'll be a bar doctor, soon I'll teach a class on bars. Do you know my ex, she shows her ass at bars. Ask a girl if she's enrolled in Dritty's bar seminar. She says no, you give it to her really hard. Keep on being as happy as you are. Keep on being a nappy admirer. Keep on getting promoted and hired. She seems distant, she seems tired.
I'm not gonna dump my pipe into the fire.
That's right, The Bar Seminar, the weekly rap analyzation class that I host, and I give to you, Harlem. That's right. Thanks for tuning in on this Monday. It's great weather today. Okay, without further ado, today is part 2 of our 7-part installment, The 7 Deadly Sins in Kendrick Lamar's lyrics. Amazing. Okay. Last week we did Pride. We talked about all of Kendrick's songs where he talked about pride. He talks about it quite a bit. Today, we're going into uncharted territory. I'm going to try. It's so hard. But I'm going to try and talk about greed. I'm going to try to talk about greed, one of the 7 deadly sins in Kendrick Lamar's lyrics. Okay, first off, what is greed? Greed is not sharing. It's an intense and selfish desire for something or for many things or for everything that you want for yourself, that you want to possess, including wealth, power, food, social status, is what greed is. And I believe that that's definitely a thing that's rapped about in hip-hop a lot today. And Kendrick Lamar definitely has some thoughts about it. Okay, first song, first track on To Pimp A Butterfly. Have you heard it? I hope you have. If you haven't, you should listen to it. Wesley's theory. When I get signed, homie, I'm a act a fool. Hit the dance floor, strobe lights in the room. Snatch your secretary for the homies. Blue-eyed devil with a fat monkey. I'ma buy a brand new caddy on 4s. Trunk the hood up 2 times deuce 4. Platinum on everything. Platinum on wedding ring. Married to the game and a bad girl chose. Some of the first lyrics on this album. Kendrick's going right into what he wants to have when he gets signed. Now, he already is signed. But this is perhaps from someone else's perspective or from a past Kendrick's perspective. When he gets signed, he's going to act a fool. He's going to buy a lot of platinum. He's going to buy a Cadillac. Which is okay. It's very exciting when you get signed. Because then you'll have money. And you'll be able to work as a rapper full time. But he is still being very greedy, unfortunately. And even though he is being greedy in wanting all these things, whose fault is that? Is my question. Is it Kendrick's fault that he's going to be greedy? Is it the system that he's in that's going to make him greedy? The reason he wants so many material things is why? Perhaps in America, we define success as money and material possessions. And that's not anyone's fault. That's just a fault of capitalism. Which Kendrick, when he gets signed to a record label, falls into, unfortunately. The title of this track, Wesley's Theory, is referring to Wesley Snipes, the actor embroiled in tax fraud and got a 3-year jail sentence because he was trying to protest taxes. Taxes are money that people have to pay because they are receiving an income or spending money on houses, cars. And not wanting to pay taxes is trying to exclude yourself from the capitalist system. Even though you may want all these things, what you want, you a house, you're a car, 40 acres, a mule, a piano, a guitar. You want all those things because Uncle Sam can get that for you, because that's what we've been told America can do for us. You can work hard, make money, get all these material things. That's success, right? I'm Uncle Sam, as Kendrick says. Wesley's theory was, oh yeah, I can have all of these things, but let me try to evade taxes, excluding myself from the system. Because the system, even though it's the American dream, it's overall undesirable. Don't have receipts, pay me later, wear those gators, forget the haters. I can see the baller in you, I can see the dollar in you. It's no white collar in you. Hit the register and make me feel better. 2 coupes, 2 chains, 2 C notes. Too much ain't enough, both we know. Christmas, tell 'em what's on your wish list. Get it all. You deserve it, Kendrick. And everything you buy, taxes will deny. I'll Wesley snipe you before 35. And that's Wesley's theory. Thanks for listening to the bar seminar. Okay, here we go.
Today was the day that I used a bidet. Today was the day that I used a bidet. Am I gay? Today was the day that I used a bidet. Today was the day that I used a bidet. Today was the day that I used a bidet. Am I gay?
Okay, continuing with greed in Kendrick Lamar's lyrics. I'm gonna go to All Right off To Pimp A Butterfly. He spits a similar verse that he spit on Wesley's theory. Let me read it to you. What you want, you a house or a car, 40 acres, and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. My name is Lucy, I'm your dog. You can live at the mall. My name is Lucy. Who is he talking about when he's talking about Lucy? I think he's talking about Lucifer, Satan, temptation. All these material objects being tempting. You can live at the mall. I can see the evil. I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Digging in my pocket ain't a profit big enough to feed you. Every day, my logic, get another dollar just to keep you. Kendrick can't make profit enough to feed himself, to keep him happy. He's always going to want more. Are you ever going to get to a point in your life when you're making money and you're like, wow, I've made enough money, I'm happy now? No, not even Kendrick, who I'm assuming is making a lot of money. And that's what he says in All Right. Among other things, he says in All Right. He talks about the police and how he doesn't necessarily like or dislike the police, but that's what he's been raised to believe. Hating the popo. It's not anti-police necessarily. But we're gonna be all right, is what the conclusion is. Despite all these things, despite temptation, greed, the police, shootings, we're gonna be all right. And that's Kendrick. Okay, here's All Right. Kendrick Lamar, I'm realizing as we're doing this episode, not really a greedy person, although he discusses it and how it affects him. Moving along to a more recent verse of his that came out in 2017 on Rich the Kid's New Freezer, Kendrick says, "Ooh, big shot. Hold up, wait. Peanut butter insides. Outside, very white, but it looks like Gentiles." Now, ready for this? I've broken down this bar before. I broke down this bar last episode, in the pride episode. But where there's pride in material things, there's also greed. I don't know who he's talking about here, but clearly he's talking about someone who is a big shot, has an expensive car with a light brown interior, the color of peanut butter, and the outside is very, very white. And he says it's so white, it looks like Gentiles. Now, we said Gentiles are people who don't believe in a religion. Is someone who isn't Jewish. Catholics and Protestants are both considered Gentiles. And according to some data I'm reading here, Protestants and Catholics are primarily Caucasians. Wow. Okay. His car is so white that it looks like people who aren't Jewish and who are Caucasian. What? Why does that matter? Why is that relevant to the color of the car? Oh, wow, that car is so light. That car is so white, it looks like Gentiles. Now, there are Jewish white people. There are Catholics and Protestants who aren't white. In the beginning, when Catholicism was formed, it was formed in the Middle East, in Israel, where people aren't white. So, what are you saying, Kendrick? I don't think you're right. I don't think you're correct in saying Gentiles are very, very white, like that expensive car over there. And I don't even think it matters, because then he just goes on to say, rule of the day, get a view every day, get a girl with its hand by the pool every day. That has nothing to do with religion. That's greed. He's talking about the pools he wants, and the money he wants, and the women he wants. And getting views, whether that be social media views or getting an expensive view from a mountain or a beach. Who is he talking about here? Who is the big shot that he told me to hold up and wait to listen to about? Who is the big shot? Is that himself? Is it someone else? I don't know. Is it Rich the Kid? I don't know. You want some top from like 2 sets of twins? Kendrick, what about Loyalty, Loyalty, Loyalty off of your 2017 album? This song also came out in 2017. Pretty contradictory, pretty hypocritical of you, Kendrick. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? Why does it matter that car looks like a specific race of people, which you are incorrect in identifying? I don't know. Wow. I couldn't come to any conclusion. I've broken down this verse more than once in my life, and I still don't know. I still don't know what he's talking about. If you know, I don't know. If you know what it is, tell me. Hit me up at DrittyPope on Instagram, because I have no idea. I wish I knew. I wish I could talk to him. I'll meet him one day, don't worry. Okay, here's New Freezer by Rich the Kid featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Sean Galligan. Sean Galligan.
So rain was coming in through the roof?
Yeah, rain was coming in from James's ceiling, and then it was creeping in through my floor into the kitchen floor. Like there was a massive puddle. Took all my toilet paper rolls to clean it up. Yeah.
And you're on the 10th floor.
Yeah, so
You're
I
on the
guess it was
top floor of the
coming in
building.
through the roof of the building
Wow.
into my place. Yeah.
That's kind of unbelievable, man.
I know, and then
You think you design a roof?
yeah. So then get this, I go to the tower's office because I live at the towers,
Right.
and then they tell me that the best thing they can do is put in a work order. Now,
Jeez.
Clark, have you ever put in a work
Yeah, I
order?
put in a work order.
How long does it usually take to fulfill a work order?
Honestly, sometimes I get it done the same day
Okay.
if I do it in the morning.
Okay.
But sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it'll take 2 days. Mm-hmm. And if you have water on your floor coming in through the ceiling,
That's like a right now problem.
that's an emergency.
Yeah.
That's like right before calling 911.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, rant over.
We're talking about greed.
Okay. Oh, let's get to it.
I was looking at For Sale
Okay.
interlude.
Nice.
Off of To Pimp A Butterfly.
Yep.
By Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you some of the lyrics. This song comes after All Right.
Right.
Now, baby, when I get you, I'ma go hit the throttle with you, smoking lokin', poking that doja till I'm idle with you, 'cause I want you.
Right.
He's talking about a car.
Right.
Hit the throttle, go idle. When I'm riding here, I'm riding dirty. Registration is out of service. Smoking lokin', drinking that potion, you can see me swerving because I want you. He's talking about what?
I always took it as the devil was talking to him. Like Lucy was saying, I want you, Kendrick.
Yeah, that's definitely true about the song. But right now, it just seems like he's talking about this car, which is a material possession. But yes.
Absolutely.
Then he goes on to introduce Lucy, which is a feminized version of Satan,
Right.
Lucifer,
Yep.
whose temptation sends Kendrick into behaviors like greed, as
Right.
we see. He's talking about smoking. He's talking about drinking alcohol in this car.
All right.
And Matt, what does Lucy say to Kendrick?
She says like a lot of in this song. She says, "Now that you're all grown up, I just want you to sign this contract." She says, "Lucy gonna call you even when Lucy know that you love your father. Lucy, work harder. I'm Lucy. I've been watching you all your life, Kendrick." And it's weird because Lucy in this song kind of has like a almost maternal figure role. Would you agree?
Yeah, Lucy is something that's been there his whole life, has been watching over him his whole life. Gives him no worries.
Yup. Lucy got a million stories.
Gonna fill your pockets. Gonna move your mama out of Compton. Lucy just want your trust and loyalty.
Yeah.
Lucy don't slack a minute. Lucy work harder. And all of these things are saying to Kendrick that no matter what happens, is that what Satan
Is going to be chasing his soul.
is chasing him.
Yep.
Lucy gonna move your mama out of Compton. So what does that mean?
I think he's saying that by pursuing, this greedy stuff we're talking about, cars, money, he can also get the opportunity to make his family better.
Right.
Which is-
Because moving his mom out of Compton is something he wants to do.
Right.
As a good thing for your mother.
Right. Noble cause.
Right. So how is that Lucifer doing that? Because the same thing that's gonna give him all this greed and temptation will also move his mother out of Compton.
Yeah.
Which is what? Money? Interesting. So money is not only the root of all evil, it's also the root of good things.
Empowerment. Yep.
Empowerment, gigantic mansion like I promised. Lucy wants your trust and loyalty.
Yeah.
Why does Lucy want your trust and loyalty?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of that line. What do you think?
Why does Satan, why does temptation want a person's trust and loyalty in particular?
Well, when you sell your soul, it's forever, right? Like, you have to stay true to that promise, no matter what. Maybe it's alluding to that he's selling his soul to, like, make his family better. But in the midst of that, he's going to corrupt himself and succumb to the greed.
Lucy got paperwork on top of paperwork.
Lawyers?
Yeah, why? Yeah, why is paperwork associated with the devil and Satan?
You know that that joke about like, there's like a joke about somebody in heaven and they're looking for a lawyer and it takes them like 3 years.
There's no lawyers go to heaven.
Right. Yeah.
Why not?
Because like they're also greedy. They take advantage of people's mistakes and weaknesses and exploit them for money.
Wow. And doing paperwork, when you do paperwork, that is you trying to seal a business deal or to make something legal or something money-wise happen that requires signatures and your personal information.
Yes.
So why is filling out forms like that satanic or temptation?
I think it's saying like I've got you trapped. Like even if you try to escape, like I have paperwork that says you can't. Alluding to contracts, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Record
that's
deals.
true. Paperwork is everywhere. How much paperwork do you do a day? Or if it's not paperwork, like computer,
More than I can count. What about
computer
you?
login data work.
How much do you do?
A day, man? Like at least an hour a day, which is like, and that's averaging. And that's also like obviously me taking breaks because that's annoying.
Absolutely.
Logging in, logging out.
Oh my god.
Entering my data, changing my data.
What do you think about robots, Clark?
What do I think about robots, man? I think robots and filling out forms and sending money and sending tickets online is like the worst thing that exists out of everything that exists.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like people kill people,
Yeah. That's bad.
but then also people spend hours and hours and hours of their day on the computer every day just trying to log in to something or to buy this thing on Amazon
Yeah.
or to get out this library book.
To buy these baseball tickets.
Yeah, to buy these baseball tickets. To send these baseball tickets to your friends. And it doesn't even work. They're supposed to work. It's supposed to work. It's supposed to make things easier and faster, right?
That's right.
I don't buy it. That's what my Kendrick Lamar album's gonna be about.
Robots.
Yeah, To Pimp A... I don't know. I'm working on it. It'll come out in like 6 years.
Yo, I fornicate with your vision, dude.
Wow, bro. Thanks, man. And that's For Sale. What is it called For Sale?
I hadn't thought about this till you just brought it up. Maybe like his soul is for sale.
Not just material possessions, but also his soul is for sale to Lucifer in order to get this stuff, get his mom out of Compton.
Yep.
Wow. All right. That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Here is For Sale by Kendrick.
Marijuana man. I'm a marijuana man. I'm a marijuana man.
You heard that Family Community kind of hit or miss?
That's from Austin McComb.
That's true. That's definitely true. The Family Community Deli, chopped cheeses are sometimes a little bit light.
Yeah.
Sometimes the meat is light, and sometimes the bread is burnt. That is true.
That's right.
And it depends on the hour of day you go. I think the dudes at night are pretty good, but guys during the afternoon are maybe not that good.
Yeah. Agreed.
We're talking chopped cheeses. We're in Harlem. We're in CCNY. We're surrounded by delis that have approximately $4 big meat cheesy sandwiches called chopped cheeses. And I am doing a challenge called the Chopped Cheese Challenge, and I'm going to eat 20 in 2 weeks.
Rip
Deli's.
your cholesterol, man.
Rip my cholesterol. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I don't know. I guess I'll walk.
Yeah.
So then maybe my cholesterol will go down.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, thank you.
This is like the one time in your life you can do that.
That's true when I'm 19.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Matt, moving on with our greed episode on Kendrick Lamar. Also off To Pimp A Butterfly, how much $1 cost? How much $1 really cost? What is this song about, Matt?
Song's about an encounter that Kendrick has at a gas station, and he's pulling out of a car, and there's a homeless man who he believes is smoking crack, and all he wants is $1 from him. And the song is analyzing all the reasons Kendrick doesn't give that to him and what happens.
And what happens? We're
What-
going to get to that. What
Yes.
happens?
Yeah.
A piece of crack that he wanted. I knew he was smoking. He begged and pleaded. Asked me to feed him twice. I didn't believe it. Told him beat it. Contributing money just for his pipe. I couldn't see it. He didn't want to give the guy his money just to give him crack.
Right.
A homeless man. Then he said, "My son, temptation is one thing that I've defeated. Listen to me. I want a single bill from you. Nothing less, nothing more." I told him I ain't have it and closed my door. Tell me how much $1 cost. So the man says he has no temptation in his life. He just wants a single bill from him.
Yeah.
He continues with the narrative. He's staring at me in disbelief. My temper is building. He's staring at me. I grab my key. He's staring at me. I started the car. Then I tried to leave. And something told me to keep it in park until I could see. The reason why he was mad at a stranger, like I was supposed to save him. Like I'm the reason he's homeless, asking me for a favor. So the homeless man looks like he's getting angry with Kendrick that he's not helping him, saving him.
Yep.
He's staring at me. His stare is contagious. I'm staring back at him, and I feeling some kind of disrespect. If I could throw a bat at him, it'd be aiming at his neck.
That's the weakest line in the song. Everything else in that song is great, but that's a weak ass line.
If I could throw a bat at him, I'd be aiming at his neck.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything?
It just means, hey, I'm angry at you. Like, if I could hurt you, I would.
That's true. He is angry. I never understood someone begging for goods, asking for handouts, taking it if they could. And this particular person just had it down pat. Staring at me for the longest till he finally asked, "Have you ever opened up Exodus 14? A humble man is all that we ever need." Exodus 14 is the story of Moses parting the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Moses was a humble person. He was a poor public speaker, according to the Bible. He didn't understand why he should be the one leading Israelites out of Egypt.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, God believed in him, and he was still able to part the Red Sea.
Yeah.
All you need is a humble man.
Yeah.
Is this homeless man humble?
No, he's saying Kendrick needs to be.
Kendrick needs to be humble.
Yeah. He's saying.
Is giving a homeless man $1 being humble?
Not exactly. Maybe virtuous. And humble is a virtue, but not maybe more generous. I think it's more just referencing the fact that the homeless guy knows the Bible. That's like its value in the song.
So that he's not just an idiot.
Right. Yeah. He actually knows some stuff. He can go toe to toe with Kendrick.
Yeah. Okay, and then last verse of this song. He's guilt tripping, he's feeling resentment, so now he's upset.
Yeah. I never met a transient that demanded attention.
What is a transient?
Someone who like a what's the word? A drifter. Like someone goes from place to place.
Okay, so like a homeless person
Yeah.
that demanded his attention.
Yeah.
They got me frustrated, indecisive, and power tripping. Sour emotions got me look at the universe different.
Yep.
I should distance myself. I should keep it relentless. My selfishness is what got me here.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
So because Kendrick was selfish, he made himself guilty.
He's saying he's saying my selfishness is what got me to my success. like my investment in myself, my refusal to compromise. I should keep it relentless. Like I can't stop myself for this homeless guy.
So then he says to the homeless guy, crumbs and pennies, I need all of mine.
Yeah.
And I recognize this type of panhandling all the time.
Yep.
I got better judgment. I know when a man is hustling, keep in mind. When I was struggling, I did compromise. Now I comprehend. I smell grandpa's old medicine reeking from your skin, moonshine and gin. You're babbling. Your words ain't flattering.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Denzel, but looking at O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal was in a movie called Kazam, and Kazam was awful. And he's saying you're a bad actor, like Shaquille.
Wow. And Denzel is a good actor,
Yeah.
according to Kendrick.
Right.
And then I looked at him and said, every nickel is mine to keep. He looked at me and said, know the truth, it'll set you free. You are looking at the Messiah, the Son of Jehovah, the higher power, the choir that spoke the word, the Holy Spirit, the nerve of Nazareth. And I'll tell you just how much a dollar costs, the price of having a spot in heaven. Embrace your loss. I am God.
Bang!
Wow.
Bang.
Why did God appear to Kendrick as a homeless man?
Well, you're more familiar with the Bible than me, but it's like, isn't there something about how Jesus will like test you and like see if you're generous to the weak?
Yeah. Yeah. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, God usually appears as a humble figure. Jesus, he was a poor man wearing robes. So now Kendrick doesn't have a spot in heaven.
Yep.
Because he didn't give God a dollar.
Yes.
Even though God died for his sins.
Yeah.
But how is Kendrick supposed to know?
The point is that Kendrick would be virtuous enough to take a chance on the guy whether or not he was God.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just to be selfish in general.
Exactly.
So being selfish to Kendrick is a sin. It is a sin.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to think about yourself sometimes.
Absolutely.
But I guess you can't only think about yourself. And I feel you can't give a dollar to every homeless person.
No.
That's also wrong.
Yeah. I think he's not making a decisive statement. It's like he's saying that it's a tough thing to balance. You know? And that sometimes you're going to be wrong. It's tough.
Yes. But Kendrick did think about it for a while, and he still came to the conclusion. He did feel guilty.
Yeah.
He was guilt tripping, but then he did agree with himself that my selfishness is what got me here.
Yeah.
Crumbs and pennies, it all needs to be mine.
Yeah.
So maybe sometimes. Okay, all right. Thank you, Matt. This is How Much a Dollar Cost by Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. There's a lot on To Pimp A Butterfly about greed and money.
Yes.
We did For Sale. We did How Much a Dollar Cost. You know what's next? For Free. Should have talked about it sooner, to be honest. Track 2 off of To Pimp A Butterfly. And honestly, one of Kendrick Lamar's best songs.
Yes.
Is there a more insane Kendrick Lamar song?
No.
No, there isn't.
It's just like the first time you hear it, it just smacks you in the face. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, you don't know what to think. So Matt, how is this song about greed?
So we were talking about it during the break, and I think we agreed that it's not so much about Kendrick's greed, but maybe the greed of a woman and the type of woman that he thinks is prevalent in, like, the area he grew up in.
Yeah, in Compton.
Yeah.
So this woman in Kendrick's life, presumably a love interest, she says, F you, mother effer. You a blank blank N-word. I don't know why you trying to go big. You ain't S-word. Walking around like you God's gift to earth. You ain't even buy me no outfit for the 4th. The 4th of July, I'm presuming.
Right. Do you buy an outfit for the 4th of July for anyone?
No, not even for myself.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I used to have a T-shirt with an American flag on it.
Oh, nice.
I would wear it that day, you know.
Nice.
There are definitely some expensive American Eagle and Urban Outfitters. You know, cutesy 4th of July jean skirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need that Brazilian wavy 28-inch. You playing what? What is a Brazilian wavy 28-inch? Is that a weave?
Yeah.
A weave that you weave to your hair?
Right.
28 inches.
28.
That's a lot of hair.
Yes, sir. Brazilian. Expensive.
Wow. Imported?
Yes.
Wow. I shouldn't be effing with you anyway. I need a baller boss N-word. You are off-brand, man. Everybody knows it. Your homies know it. Everybody know. So she's implying that everyone around Kendrick knows that he's an off-brand. An off-brand meaning like not a mainstream
Cheap
or expensive brand. Cheap. She's insulting his entire manhood by saying he's an off-brand person.
Yeah.
Like everything about his life is off-brand. How does she know him that well? Must be someone very close to him.
Well, it's like, you know, you can tell by what somebody wears.
But like, even if what if someone dresses humbly?
Yeah. I guess that's unacceptable in this community.
Wow. But I feel like she's not only insulting his clothing. I feel like she's also insulting.
Oh yeah.
Like everything about him.
Yeah. So maybe.
Like he's not important. He doesn't affect the culture in any way. He doesn't contribute anything. He's just the off-brand.
Yeah.
Don't call me no more. You're gonna lose on a good girl. My other man's is on.
Right.
You off.
What the heck is really going on?
Yeah. How is let's say you're her other man's.
Right.
You're on and I'm off to her.
Right.
What does that mean? You're on and I'm off. Off of what? On what?
Like your game. Like you're doing everything right. You're taking care of her. You're looking fly. Taking her to all the nice places.
Okay, so it's very general, but I
Right.
see what it is. And now, why is she saying this to Kendrick? She's telling him, you're off compared to my other man.
She just wants him to buy her stuff.
Because to try to get him to do better.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to have sex with her if he doesn't do all this stuff.
Wow, that's true. And then Kendrick goes on to say that this penis is not free.
Right.
Now, what does that mean?
I still don't know. Man,
So if Kendrick feels the need to say to this woman, this penis ain't free, that means that the implication is that she's assuming it is free.
right. It's a commodity.
If Kendrick's lover assumes that his sex is free meaning what? It doesn't cost anything?
Yeah, she doesn't have to try for it.
She doesn't have to try for it.
He's not worth anything.
To her.
Right. It's like his pleasure to be able to have sex with her. And he's saying, no, it's your pleasure to be able to experience this penis.
It's not free.
Right.
you have to pay for it and you have to treat me well. Mm-hmm. She's assuming it's free. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then he goes on to explain all the reasons that he should be treated respectfully, and the reasons that he should be treated well and wooed.
Yeah.
And some of the reasons he lists are, you looking at me like it ain't a receipt, like I never made ends meet.
Right.
What does that mean?
Like, you think I'm just some broke person who, like, will do anything to have sex with you, but really, like, I make money and, you know, yeah. I'm not worried about taking care of you. You think I'm some, like, bum, but I'm not.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You really think we could make a baby named Mercedes without a Mercedes-Benz and a 24-inch rims? So he's saying that in order to have sex and make a baby, you actually need to have a Mercedes-Benz.
Right. And a lot of people, you know, name their kids after stuff they don't have. Like, how many kids are named Diamond or Mercedes? Or
there are a
Jewel?
lot of people named Mercedes.
Mm-hmm. It's gross. Sorry if your name's Mercedes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's you aren't gross.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if you do own a Mercedes, that's great.
Name a kid.
What?
Name a kid that.
Yeah. But it's also a nice name. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else about this one?
Nah.
All right, here we go. The last song about greed that Kendrick Lamar has ever done, definitively decided here on the Bar Seminar. Here we go.